4th. Thumpies. Thumpies. 2 million gold. Thumpies.
Ready! Okay! Day 38 of making comics and cheerleading practice. I'm Gazbot. This is 100 Days of Making Comics, and this is day 38. What is happening today? Well, it's late. It's about 2:45 in the morning. I'm looking into the kitchen at the oven where there's a little clock thing there. That's why I'm doing this. I had a hard time getting motivated to work today. And I thought I might just put in my minimum obligatory 30 minutes, although I wasn't particularly busy today, and I could have done the 2-hour minimum, which I try to hold myself to, barring extenuating circumstances. And so around 10 or 11, somewhere in there, I decided, well, let me do my 30 minutes, get it over with, make the video. I ended up doing 2 hours and 45 minutes, so that's good. The bad news, well, not bad news, but the less exciting news is it was all writing and rewriting. And actually a lot more writing than rewriting this time. And I'm still not done. But I've been trying to incorporate a new, I say new ending, and it's not a new ending, it's just a different slant on it. And again, it's hard for me to talk about writing. As boring as it is to not be able to show you something visually, it's even harder that I can't really talk about what I'm writing, especially because it's pertaining to the end of the entire story. But what I can say is that one of the things that I was worried about if I started doing some of this rewriting, but more additive writing, because again, it's not so much that I'm changing things as adding more, is that I wanted to keep it to 4 issues, or the equivalent of 4 issues. And I was already struggling with that, having like a page or 2 maybe over that I thought I might condense or rewrite. And it's now looking like it's heading into the 5-issue territory. To the point where if it is going to go that far, I almost need to add a few extra pages to make those page counts work out. I'm trying not to worry about that too much right now. I mean, that's pretty much where it's going, but I'm trying to just get the best story that I think I can and have it all make sense or whatever. But it's looking more and more like instead of being 4 issues, it's going to be 5 issues or a much thicker book. Because really, it's not about 4 issues or 5 issues. It's about the extra 20 to 24 pages. Because up to this point, like, I've done 2 40-page comics, I've done a 20-page comic. I mean, maybe I've done, let's say I've done 200 comic book pages professionally. I mean, I've done, you know, stuff for myself, a handful here and there, and in high school and college, all that kind of stuff. But I've maybe done like the equivalent of 200 pages of professional comic work. And that's over the course of however many years, smaller projects, you know, where I wasn't necessarily doing all the art on every one, or I didn't have to worry with the writing, or so now when I'm looking at a project that's already in the 100-page ballpark, where I'm doing pretty much everything, it's daunting already. And then to say, well, maybe I'll add another 20 to 30 pages on top of that, it's like, man, that's more than half of the comic pages I've done in my entire life professionally, but in a concentrated period of time where I'm responsible for all of it. So it's daunting, but I'm trying not to think about that part of it and trying to just put one foot in front of the other, get the story right, and then start doing page 1 and, you know, go from there, which I suppose is the only way to do it. But progress was made. I put a lot of work in. I probably could have put more in, but I definitely got to like an end point where I was feeling a little burned out and I want to look at it with fresh eyes, which is what I'll be doing tomorrow for my day for the next couple days, maybe? I don't know. I mean, again, I'd like to have it finished sooner. I feel like this is what I just keep saying. I gotta get the writing done. And it's a thing where I could have had the writing done several times now, but in an effort to make it better or as good as it can be, I seek outside opinions, I rewrite my own things, and I think right now it's still being productive, but I gotta be careful not to veer into the self-defeating where it's like, well, I'm just gonna be rewriting forever, because I know we can do that with art, and so I don't want to do it with either, but I especially don't want to do it with the writing. So hopefully in the next day or two, hopefully tomorrow I'll have my rewrite done, and then I probably will have Q look at it again, or somebody else look at it, and then maybe be done. I know it sounds kind of like, I don't know, but I don't. I'm really not sure how I feel about it, and it's late and I'm tired right now, so I don't think I'm going to be making any concrete decisions. And I have nothing to show you at all, no exciting prints or anything. I'll show you a toy. Here, look. It's RoboCop, the past of the future of law enforcement. and his arm falls off constantly. It's a NECA toy, which are kind of like bad statues, or I guess decent statues with like limited articulation. I bought them for a while back before I started collecting toys like on a more serious level. Oh, look, his leg fell off. Don't buy NECA toys. Some of the Pacific Rim stuff is okay. Alright, some of their toys are okay. But this Robocop's not. It looks nice, but if you touch it, it's a jerk. That's your visual for today. I'm getting a little punchy. So anyway, that I'm just going to call it a day. That's day 38, and that means...
We got 62 days left, baby.